decide for me to take care of you and look for a job for you and this type of thing, once you sign my NDA and you sign the documentation stating that I am in partnership with you and that I am looking for work for you and you are starting to get vetted, you will be added to my Members by Marissa platform. Now, this is endorsed by Class Dojo. Class Dojo and we had a great conversation. I told them that I was wanting to build a huge international educational community online. They were in full support of that. So therefore, I created members based on their permission, of course, and also because it really fits well into a tailored educational recruitment industry. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what would be where you would see yourself in this scenario. So we have our video and we talk to each other here in a webinar. If you decide to come to the webinars, then you can come through and ask your questions near the end if you've already seen this video. Okay, because the webinar, I'm going to go through the same similar video, and then I will open up questions near like the last half hour of the meeting. Okay, so basically you would be added to Class Dojo. You'd be added to the members groups as a student and a parent. And the reason for that is that as a student, you will be placed in the teacher pool for international schools is where you're going to be placed. But you're not going to be as a teacher, you'll be as students. So when I will see you as students, it will look something similar to this. Now, if you've used Class Dojo in the past, I'm sure you're very familiar with this, but instead of adding you as teachers, because as a teacher, if you've used it before, you know that you have full access to anybody that's in your class, yeah? And I really, unfortunately, cannot give you that access right away because all of your information, just like all of your information is going to be there, all your colleagues and future colleagues and this type of thing will be there too, and I cannot give you access to their information without their permission. So you will be added to the teacher pool for international schools as students. And as students, as you know, if some of you have used it in the past, you'll have access to the chats because I do have those turned on for students. See class chat, parent, and demo class, all members. Okay, and you will have access to look at if there's any changes. Like for instance, in the class story, I might put that a new school has joined the platform and they are looking for teachers, okay? And most likely administrators in schools that are looking for teachers would be added in as teachers and not administrators unless they put their entire school on the platform. If they put their entire school on the platform, they will be able to make their own classes and everything else and still have access to everybody's file. But for this purpose, and just for now, if they decide to be partners with me in recruitment, they only have access as teachers. Okay? So they'll be able to put in the class story that, hey, welcome teachers. We are looking for teachers for our school and blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, please contact Lady Marissa for more information. Or that's what I'm called all over social media, just in case you haven't figured that out yet. She will get in contact with us with your information. As we've seen it, your information on here. However, due to our agreement with her and your agreement with her, we are not sharing details on who to contact at this time. Okay? But they will be putting in here, we are hiring grades 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And they could put that here and that would be no problem. All right, as long as they don't say, please contact us. No, you're not allowed to contact them. I'm sorry, that's just the rules. Okay, other places that you can go to are Dojo Islands. Okay, Dojo Islands is a platform for students and teacher to play online together. There's activity zone, there's number stores where you work with the 4 operations in math. There's like a game, like freeze tag and hockey and things like this you can play together, and building, and they usually have like some STEM activity where you can go in and it's teamwork building and this type of thing, and it even has like hide and seek, collecting coconuts for big blocks to make your new blocks for different things. It's a lot of fun, and even adults really enjoy it. So you would be entering in as your avatar, and you can play games, and it's just so much fun. When you get online and I get you in this, we can explore that together. But for this purpose right now, we're not going to really get into that. The reason why I wanted to show you the classroom, though, is that everybody will have. Why is this? Okay, I don't know. Oh, okay. Just a second. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me just get this hide. Okay. Everybody will have access to a portfolio as a student and parent. So what your portfolios are basically are where we're going to keep all of your files. Your creative CV will be there without contact information. Any of your college transcripts, any of your reference letters that I've received back from your references, anything that is relating to your recruitment will go in your portfolio. Okay. This is just an example of things I've done in the past to show the added portfolio. So how you would go in and add your things and then tell me, hey, Lady Marissa, or hey, Miss Marissa, I went in and I added a photo or a file for you to check out. I'd go in there, check it out, and give you feedback. Okay? That is your portfolio. Other students, other teachers that are as students and parents will not have access to your portfolio ever. The only ones that have access to your portfolio are your spouse, your people at home, and me. That's it. Or, like I said, as an administrator, he comes in or she comes in and puts their whole school on Members for Schools, then they will have access to your information. Okay, because as an administrator, you can see everything. All right, but in that case, there have not been any administrators to completely fill the whole site yet. So most likely, partnership schools will come in as teachers, and they'll only be seeing rooms or classes that they've been granted access to as teachers. Okay. All right, so this is Class Dojo, and our Class Dojo is called Members. But you cannot add yourself. You cannot add yourself to this. I won't even allow anybody in until. I mean, you can try, but I wouldn't be able to bring in anybody yet until I have a contract with you. Okay. All right, let's go back to a presentation. And I don't know how are we doing on minutes here right now. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think it's been 22 minutes, but I think we're probably close to the other one. All right, so let's go on to our presentation. Okay, so the next thing we'll talk about these are the top teaching destinations that I've been to or that I have a connection with. So these are the schools I will reach out to first. Now, if you come and say to me, Lady Marissa, I really, really want to teach in Thailand, then I will look and see what I've got for Thailand, and I will try to make a partnership with a school in Thailand. I'll do my best, okay? I don't particularly have offhand anybody I know from there, but I can do some digging, and I can send my credentials and see what happens. But I can't promise anything in Thailand right now because I don't have anybody from Thailand right now. It's very possible after seeing this video that I'll have schools from Thailand contact me now that maybe a teacher wants to come to Thailand. But you know what I'm saying. So right now I'm covering pretty much the GCC and places that I've been and places where I have actual contacts with schools. All right, so I put in there, so what I've done on each of these slides is what you're going to be able to access through this YouTube. You can read it yourself, it's great. But I've given you a basic description of the country. All right, I put in the presentation or the link, you can get it later. I will put it, maybe I'll put the link in the part 3, if we have a part 3. Okay, and you can get that information from there. Okay, you'll be able to go click the link and go see the presentation by yourself without me explaining everything. Okay, but you can see it in Oman. Cost of living is moderate. It means moderate. It's pretty, compared to Dubai, it's low, but compared to like the rest of the GCCs, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The Bahrain and Oman are very similar. Okay, if you go to Riyadh and you go to like Dubai and Abu Dhabi and UAE, those are going to be your more expensive places. Kuwait is also going to be expensive, but Kuwait, they take very good care of their teachers. Okay, so I'll let you go through it. Down here, these tables here are what they require in each country, what you must have as your degree, and they want how many years they prefer you to have before you teach there. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go through quickly and cite things that are really important. Now, Equatorial Guinea is a new contact for me. They had offered me a principalship this last year, but I could not go because I didn't have my yellow fever vaccine. You have to have a yellow fever vaccine. It's a requirement for you to enter the country. So if you want to go to any like southern, like from Nigeria all the way down to not South Africa, but anywhere in those jungle areas in Africa, you have to have a yellow fever vaccine. And it usually takes 10 to 14 days before it's like festered in your body or whatever. It gives you that full immunity. However, Equatorial Guinea, most of the schools are in the capital city, which is on an island. It's on Bioku Island. That is the capital, called Malabo. All right. In Malabo, you should probably also have the hepatitis A and B vaccines, the pneumococcal, the rabies, the tetanus, the typhoid, the COVID booster, the flu, and you have to take malaria pills with you, which you would take weekly. So yeah, you have to go there like ready for defense. Typhoid vaccine usually lasts only 2 years. So when you come back from your teaching year, you probably have to make sure that you have enough to go back with. They also say that during the rainy season, you should have plenty of DEET, like the DEET stuff, that you don't have your arms covered and everything with, because even with all of your vaccines, the